Hi friends, and welcome back to another video. So, I have finally finished the third book in the Stormlight archives. Then that is none other than Oathbringer by Brandon Sanderson. So today we're going to be talking about this book. Now, this book is definitely the longest so far that I've read. I'm not sure if it will be the longest or if the next one I read is going to be longer. I mean, there is so much that happened in this book. It's not even funny. And people, from what I have seen and watched, have said that this one is their least favorite. Partly because of the pacing is what they've said. But to me, I really enjoyed this. I thought the pacing was really good. I thought it moved along well, especially for a big book like this. I thought there was a lot of intrigue, a lot of mystery. We learned a lot more about the magic system and about the evil. And then kind of like a twist at the end, like into the end. So like this is just absolutely fantastic. I really enjoyed this, and it was really interesting to see Dalinar's story, because in the first one we got to see Kaladin and his past and how he became kind of who he is, and then obviously we through the book see Kaladin grow. And then in the second book, Words of Radiance, we got to see Shallan's past, and in this one we see Dalinar's. So I'm really intrigued on who those past chapters are going to be in the next book. But it was really interesting seeing how Dalinar was as a young man, and him and his brother going and basically trying to conquer land. And then to have it tie in to what happened at the end, I thought was fantastic. So, needless to say, this was fantastic. I really enjoyed it. I need to know more about what like Wit's purpose is in this series. And spoiler alert for anybody who has read this already, which you should know, or any of the Cosmere, Wit is Hoid, who is a world hopper through the Cosmere, because we see Hoid in pretty much every story that has to do with the Cosmere, at least for the ones that I've read so far. So he's in Mistborn, he's in Urtress of the Emerald Sea, he's in Words of Radiance, he's in Elantris. So like those are the ones so far that I've read. And some of them Hoid has a bigger part in. Other ones you just kind of see him in a scene, but he doesn't really help in any way. But I'm intrigued to know what Hoid / Wit is doing on Roshar, because Wit's chapter, the epilogue, really got me like intrigued. So, and it ended in a way that was like really interesting. Plus, there was something that happened at the end that I need to know more of, and I'm sure Brandon Sanderson will allude to that in the next book. At least I hope he does, because I really need to know how this one guy died. And that's all I'm going to say. I'm trying not to spoil this as much as I can, because it is the third book in the series. And I know I know my other ones have been kind of spoiler reviews, but I want to try to keep this as spoiler free as possible, just because, like, this is good. This is really good. Oh, and there's something in this book about Renarin that you find out at the end. So there's questions there. There's also, like, Kaladin is, like, I want to see how Kaladin grows, basically, and Shallan. Like, more character growth is what I'm, like, looking forward to in the next book, to see kind of how Kaladin, Shallan, his powers grow. Dalinar, how, like, that grows. I am really intrigued with Jasina. I really hope that she has a bigger part to play in the next book as well. Maybe some more POV chapters potentially. And then there's also something else that happened at the end that I'm, like, super, super intrigued about, and I need to know more, but we'll see. And there's a lot more talk in this book about a certain other world, which you get a hint of in the last book at the end, but then in this one it's on more, it's like full force, and you get 2 characters from the one world, from the one book in the world, and I found out that in the last book, Words of Radiance, there was also another character that's from that other world in the Cosmere, but it's not, like, forthcoming. You don't know it for a fact up front unless you're really paying attention. So when I did like a recap or whatever on it, I actually realized that I missed it. So I thought that was really cool. I haven't picked up really anything else other than from that one world. So I'm not sure if I've missed any other Easter eggs or not. But I'm sure that if I watch a recap video or whatever, they'll tell me. Because there's a lot more people that have read this more times than I have. Like, this is my first time through the Stormlight archives. So when I do decide to reread it, which will probably be when Sanderson gets ready to release book 6, which is wave or era 2 of the Stormlight archive. So that'll be really interesting. But overall, if you haven't started the Stormlight archive yet, you will not be disappointed. Unfortunately, it does take a while to read, at least for me it did. This one took me about a month to read just because it is so long, and I've been super busy lately, so my reading's kind of been hindering, but absolutely fantastic. Brandon Sanderson has just come up with a fantastic, wonderful, phenomenal, all those adjective words world. So if you haven't checked Brandon Sanderson out yet, I would. And read the Stormlight archives. It is fantastic. You won't regret it at all. Well, guys, there you have it. That is my review of Oathbringer. Let me know if you've started the Stormlight archives or if you've already read the Stormlight archives and what you thought about Oathbringer. I would absolutely love to know. And don't forget, like, subscribe, and be good people.
When you feel it's hopeless, when you think that you lost, oh, I will take your hand and we'll rise up from the dust.